Hello, Paul McFadden here. So today we're going to continue on the conversation of all things deal sourcing. Why? Because my new book, Property Sourcing Blueprint, is now available on Amazon, or you can go to propertysourcingblueprint.com. It was an Amazon #1 bestseller within a few hours of going live. Why? Well, I think it's because so many people want to know how to find the deals, where to find the deals, what's the best strategies online, offline. In this book here, it's the complete guide on how to source properties like a professional. Nothing is left out, everything is given. It's the complete blueprint, and I'll assure you, once you go through that and start applying this, you're going to start seeing a deal flow that you probably never had before. Even if you're already a professional in the property game, I'll assure you, you'll pick up so much here, because again, it's important to see all the different strategies and implement the stuff that I've been talking about this last week. This whole week is all things deal sourcing, and today I want to talk about what happens when you're starting to get that flow of deals. If you're getting lots of deals coming in, the next step is negotiating and going speaking to each of those sellers to find a win-win solution, a win for the seller to be able to sell their property that's going to allow them to move on depending on the circumstances, situation they're in, and two, for you to be able to take that property on, whether it's for yourself or for your investors. And that leads on to your exit strategy. You've got to have many different exit strategies, and the best way to have many exit strategies is to understand various different investment strategies that's available. Because we all know that if you can buy a property at a big discount, like over 25% below market value, then of course you're going to be taking that property and you're going to be adding that to your portfolio, or you might be developing that property and flipping it for making profit on the flip. So that's two great strategies that pretty much everyone knows. But what about the sellers who are not in a situation to sell at a big discount and they find themselves in a situation where there's maybe negative equity? So you've got to have other strategies, maybe like assisted sales, lease options, delayed completions. You've got to have a different way of viewing different situations to see if you can provide a different solution that might not otherwise be possible for them, because not every seller can take a big discount. And my experience is working with many people who don't have the different strategies, the different exits, the different way to negotiate and structure a deal, because there's so many ways to be creative in this property game. And if you don't know the creative side of buying property and different strategies, then you're going to be limited with the exits that you've got to offer, which means that you might lose out on a deal because they can't sell the property because you don't have, or you've got limited exits available and it doesn't fit your criteria, which means that they might move on to someone else. A great strategy that you've got to know inside out is property deal trading. Why? Because the reality is that 5% of your deal flow that comes in, 5%, that means like for every 100 leads and potential deals that come your way, only 5, maybe less, are going to be properties that'll fit your investment criteria for you to add to your portfolio or for you to flip, which have the big discounts, which are great properties that you'll definitely want to do yourself or joint venture with someone else. So what do you do with the other 90 to 95% of the properties? Because you don't want to have a deal flow, because if you start doing the stuff that's in this book, you will have a deal flow, especially if you do this over long term, and you're going to have a deal flow that you want to make the most out of every property, every potential lead that comes your way. The only way to do that is to have more exit strategies. And again, one of the best exit strategies is property deal trading, because deals that you don't want yourself anyway, you can package those up and sell them on and make upwards of £7,500 per property trade. This is deals that you don't even want, and that there's more money to fuel the business, to give you an additional income, to give you more money to actually go and put more money into your marketing as well. So, to summarize here, when you start to get that deal flow, applying the things that you're going to learn in this book, applying the things we spoke about this whole week on all things deal sourcing, if you start to do that, you're going to have a deal flow. You've got to be armed with the right exits. And with that said, if you're looking for more investment strategies, to know there's different strategies inside out, to understand everything to do with deal trading, to maximize the income that you've got on the surplus deal flow, then head over to Property Protege and check out what we do there, because we can help you in all those fronts, whether you're new and just getting started in your property journey, or if you're an experienced investor looking to accelerate things going forward. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel if you're watching there. If not, on the podcast player, make sure you're subscribed there. And tomorrow, we're going to finish up with the last video of the whole week on the series of deal sourcing. So all the best, and bye for now.